Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm sharing with you 5 brand new Assetto Corsa track mods that you need to check out. We have some super cool stuff from some real life racing circuits as well as ovals and some classic fictional stuff. I think there's something on this list for pretty much everyone today. Before we get into it though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content besides just Assetto Corsa mods, that will be your one-stop shop for it. You can find it down in the top link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get right on to the first track mod on today's list, and that is Iowa Speedway. This track hosts a IndyCar race as well as most recently this year a NASCAR race. The track itself is just under a mile long, and this layout converted over to Assetto Corsa by Shin also features a road course interior layout, a roval if you want to call it that. It's nothing super complex, as I'm sure you can imagine, but it is a fun layout nonetheless if you do want to try it out. But overall, very, very high quality and a nice addition to Assetto Corsa's small but growing oval catalog. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have Lydden Hill. This is made by Louis Barata over on Race Department, and this is a real-life, mostly rallycross track based in the UK. It is 1 mile long and features both a permanent road circuit as well as, of course, a dirt inner circuit for rallycross, and both of those layouts are here in Assetto Corsa. This is actually a very, very high quality track mod. The texturing looks absolutely superb, and the road feel and everything like that is very nice, and the surrounding details as well, very high quality. I was actually very, very impressed with this one, although it is a little broken in Content Manager, so hopefully the developer will fix that because they have a fantastic track. If you know how to use the UI layout JSON file in your Assetto Corsa file manager, then you might be able to fix it yourself. But regardless, still a very, very nice circuit. You can find it down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have the Ismir Park circuit. This is made by Aaron Schumacher over on Race Department. This was originally built in 1977, and supposedly it was the second largest racetrack in Turkey. It itself is 2.1 kilometers long in its full layout, but it also does have a karting layout and a single kind of section drift layout as well if you want to use it for that. But overall, it's actually a pretty high quality circuit. It's got 26 pits, so whatever kind of racing you want to do around here, you should be able to do it. And the layout, of course, is small, simple. It's in a very confined area, so it's one of those tracks that keep going back in on itself. But overall, very, very fun to race around. The AI can be a little wonky at times, but it really just depends on what car you're driving, in my experience. So be sure to check this one out if you're interested, and be ready to kind of maybe mess around with the AI a little bit, as you very often have to do here in Assetto Corsa. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up, we have Mandalika. I hope I'm saying that right. I feel like I say it a different time every single time I cover this track, which is a great segue into the fact that I have covered this track a few times now, but it keeps getting major updates. This is made by Liano Projects over on Race Department, and this latest 5.0 update is pretty much a major overhaul to the track. It has a new road surface. The track limits in the game itself have been updated. It's also been optimized quite a bit, so if you were having some performance issues with it before, you should have a lot better performance now. And overall, a lot of the surrounding details and vegetation has been updated and upgraded. This was already a very good looking circuit, and it has been even further heightened by Liano over on Race Department. It's a real life Indonesian track. It's It's one of those that if there was ever going to be kind of an F1 race, this would be a contender for it. I don't think it's grade 1, but it could definitely be upgraded to it if it needed to be. But regardless, still a very fun layout to race around. And whether you want to do F1 around here or prototypes or anything like that, it is suitable for every kind of racing. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. I highly recommend you check it out. The final mod on today's list is going to be Glennis Hill. This is made by RMI over on Race Department. This is a 3.2 kilometer long fictional historic track based on the Scottish coast. It's supposed to take place in the mid-1970s, and it definitely gives you a very kind of club racing vibe. It's got 16 pits, so not a huge space for some types of racing, but if you want to do some smaller kind of Mini Cooper Cup or some smaller maybe 70s formula cars, you should be able to get them going around here. RMI always does a very good job with his creations and conversions, and this one is definitely no different, and overall the layout is actually quite fun. It's got quite a bit of elevation change as well, especially with some mountain switchbacks at the very end of the lap. So it's very interesting, very fun to drive around. If fictional tracks are your thing, then this is definitely going to be one to check out. You can find it down in the link in the description below. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, be sure to check out my second channel, JC Racing. It will be the top link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.